So I'm out here at the chicken coop and I wanted to show you this automated chicken waterer that I designed and some of the features that are on it. And at the end of the video I'll give you a schematic and show you exactly how it works. But this is the bowl that they drink out of, and it has a water level sensor in it that will tell a pump that's in this bulk tank when to pump water into this bowl. And then for cleaning purposes, I have a connector on the sensor wire and then a connector on the watering hose so that I can disconnect the hose from the tank and the sensor from the tank and pull this whole mechanism out. But for quick cleaning, the watering bowl can be twisted over, because this is mounted on a coat hanger here. I'm on focus. There you go. There's a coat hanger that's just pushed in between the wires here on the fence, and you just disconnect it, and then you can just twist the bucket over, and then it'll refill again, so you can clean it that way. I'm gonna stop the video so I can put this back in real quick. I had to stop that video so I could do this two-handed. It's a little hard when I'm holding the camera to put this piece back in here. But anyway, so back to the description of what this is. So the bulk tank is just a 5-gallon bucket that's black, and it has a gamma lid on it. So the gamma lid makes it easy to take the top off, and it seals the container with a seal here. And the black doesn't let light penetrate through it, so algae won't grow inside the tank. But so let me turn this around here and show you what we have. There's a water level sensor here that will tell the pump to shut off when the water gets too low. And an added thing it does is it sets off an alarm to tell me that there's no water in the tank. You don't want the pump to run dry, it'll destroy the pump. So that's what this second sensor is for. And if you can see in the bottom of the tank here, there is the water pump, and then there's the water level sensor. To demonstrate this thing running out of water, I'm just going to do something real quick here. I'm going to dump over the water bucket so that the pump is running. And then I'm going to simulate the water level being low by pushing that level sensor down, and you'll hear what the alarm sounds like. So this is what it sounds like, and it stops pumping. So I'm going to put that back together. Let me shut the camera off again because my hand's wet. So I put it back together, and I'm just going to close the lid up tight. But what we're going to do is go inside, and I'll go over the schematic of how this thing works. So if you want to try and duplicate this system, you can. And I think the parts on the system were less than 25 bucks, including the sensors, the pump, and everything. So let's go inside and go over the schematic. Alright, so I have a crude schematic of the system. This is the bulk water tank that has the gamma lid on it, the 5-gallon bucket. And then this is the little drinking bowl. So there's a float switch in here and a float switch in here. When the water level is full, this float switch is closed, and when the water level in the little drinking bowl is full, this switch is open. So now there's no path for the pump to pump. So the pump is getting no power. And what happens is the chickens drink water and this level drops, this switch finally closes and it connects the pump in. So you have a path that connects the pump in. Alright, so let's say that the water level in the bulk container has dropped to the critical level where this switch actually opens. This is the low level float switch. Now this is open, and what happens, this water level's low, this switch is closed, this switch is open. So now there's power going through this little 6 to 28 volt buzzer, through the pump, back to the battery, or the power supply, sorry. And what happens is this voltage is cut in half because this pump has some resistance to it. So maybe we have 6 or 8 volts here, and that sets this buzzer off. Well, this buzzer is a very high impedance buzzer, so it doesn't provide a whole lot of current through this path. The buzzer's going off, this switch is open, there's very little current going to this pump, so the pump's not running. That's basically how it works in a nutshell. And if you want to try and duplicate it, these switches, these float switches, and the buzzer and the pump, this whole thing probably doesn't cost more than $25 in parts. So you can find these switches in the link I'll provide in the video below, in the description below. So I'll try and find a link for this pump and this buzzer too. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you on the next video.